First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make the ties. Because there are so many of them, I want to get them out of the way really. And what we do is we fold the fabric right sides together, and then because these ties, they need to stretch, what we do is we lay the elastic along the edge where we're going to sew, and we basically just zigzag it into place. So then when we turn it the right way round, it will have lots of stretch. In fact, every seam that we sew for this bikini, we have to do some form of zigzag stitch. Now, if you encounter any problems when you're sewing the rubber swimwear elastic, I can really recommend you changing your metal foot for a plastic foot. Now, most machines do actually come with a plastic foot. So the first thing that we need to do for doing our ties, we've got to put the fabric right sides together, and fabric right sides together, and I'm going to put my elastic on the edge, and then using a really wide zigzag, because the idea, the thinking of it is that you don't want to make too many holes in that elastic, because you sort of weaken it. Now, as I'm sewing, I'm going to pull it a little bit. So I'm going to hold it at the back, and I'm going to pull it a little bit, and I'm just going to work my way down the tie. So I'm pulling the elastic just a little bit, not too much, because with the zigzag stitch it will stretch. So keep going until you get to the end of your tie. So see how stretchy it is. So in the end, I didn't stretch the elastic too much because I know that it will stretch with the zigzag stitch. Now, using this loop turner, I'm going to turn it the right way round. Now, a tip about doing these long ties, don't make them too long, because I think the bulk of having the elastic in there, it's going to be tricky to turn it the right way round. So let's see how I get on. So I've got the loop turner in there. Oh, come on. And I'm catching the end. I'm going to do a bit of licking whilst I turn it the right way round, hopefully. Now, if you don't have a loop turner, you can use a long needle, you stitch, for thread, you stitch on the end and then you push it backwards through the tube. That can work quite well as well. Now, once you get to the point where you've just seen the first little bit coming through, hold on to that for dear life and start slowly turning it down the end. Don't bunch it up too much down that end. Ugh. Wow, that is so professional. Come and have a look. So look, that really is professionally done, and look, I can really stretch it. Even though we use the zigzag stitch, the seam is still okay. This end is fine, and I imagine that what we'll do is we'll be tying some sort of neat knot in the end. But wow, I'm pleased with that. Now we've got to do about another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So you get on with that. So what you have to do is you have to put the elastic right up to the edge of your strip of lycra, your fabric. And then you do the largest zigzag, but then like a number 2 size stitch, so they're fairly close together. And you sew all the way down. And then you have to fold in the edge with the elastic on, and then fold it once again. So you're on the right side of the fabric, and then you simply do a zigzag stitch going all the way down. And then look, it looks like this. So it has a lot of stretch in it, but what we now need to do is just very carefully, if we run our scissors on the reverse side and just trim back, I don't know which way to do it actually, and then just trim back all the excess, being careful not to touch the actual tie. Once it's been in a washing machine, that raw edge will just curl and just become nothing at all. So that's another way for you to do your ties. And it could be a zigzag stitch or a twin needle. Well, I bet you're glad you finished that job. So you should have 4 long ones and 4 short ones. The short ones, they go on the side on your hips, on the bottoms, bikini bottoms, and then the 4 long ones, you've got one that goes off around your neck there and there for the halter neck, and then they go around the back.